Hello everybody, Caleb here. So I have received way too many items. I've purchased way too many items to throw into a normal video because it would be an hour long. So I figured what better way to show you guys what I have than just do a Thursday video, run through all these fantastic items from some very, very wonderful people, and to say thanks to you guys all. So let's get into it and start going through all these really wonderful items. So first on the docket, these are from Gina in Colombia. Also Gina, if you're watching, very nice meeting you. She brought me these really wonderful silver items. Obviously this is a punch bowl with some cups, a ladle, and everything. It all matches. It is really nice. So hopefully we'll be using that in the dining room at some point. This is a kettle, or I think it's a kettle. I think that would be the correct term for it. But it's got a little enamel inside, which is kind of cool. So it's cast iron enamel, like a tub or a sink. So I guess it would probably keep your tea or your coffee warmer longer. Also on the side of this, it's really super intricately carved, if I can not get my own shadow. Super aesthetic styles. Yeah, really into this stuff. It's super pretty. And then lastly, we have a, I don't know, cake or cookie dish. You know, like a little serving tray that you keep on the table. And again, with the aesthetic movement birds on it here. Super duper pretty. So Gina, again, wonderful meeting you, and these are awesome and definitely would be super used in this house. The reason Gina was even in town actually is because she brought us these tiles that we had purchased in Colombia and hadn't quite made the time to go get. So thanks for also delivering these to us. These are really cool. We have a whole box of these. Some of them are less together than these, but it's always good to have more encaustic tiles. We'll find something to do with them or a good home for them as well. Again, just want to make sure these end up in the right houses. So went ahead and grabbed those. We have a few of these bigger flowers that kind of go together, which is really awesome. These two items here are from Neil. This is a molding planer, so you can see that's the shape of molding it would make. And if anybody remembers from a video a few weeks back that I talked to the History Museum here in town, this looks a lot like one of Mr. Brown's personal hand tools. So he had molding planes like this, and it's really cool. It also smells nice because it smells like linseed oil, which is the finish on it. He also sent this straight razor, or I think he labeled it as a cutthroat razor. I don't know if that's really what they're called, but you could certainly call it that, some Sweeney Todd sort of things. I don't think I'll be shaving with it, but it's really cool and probably end up in one of the medicine cabinets in the bathroom, just as a, well, where it just belongs, really. So, really cool. Thank you, Neil. These are really awesome items. And up here, this is from Mark. This is actually his aunt and uncle, I believe. And this is this little keen cutter, sorry, badge. Or, you know, piece of jewelry, right? It's really interesting because it has dates on the side of it. And if I can flip it around and show you guys, if my camera will focus on something so small. Well, I don't think it's going to focus, but so on the side there, it says 10/1/97 to 10/1/22. So essentially, this guy worked here from 1897 to 1922, which is a long service for this one company. And what's really cool about it is that badge there, you can see right here, on him. So it's a cool little piece of family history, and I think as soon as I can get a suit as amazing as that one, I will definitely be wearing this because this is really cool. So thank you, Mark. That's really amazing and a really amazing story as well. So thank you kindly. Round 3, fight! No. So next few things, this is from Rebecca. This book here, it's I think a few stories of a few different tales, right? It's from Clarence Day. Nice, cool thing is, on this page, it lists the Robinsons, the Higginses, and the Robinsons' friends, Charles S. Brown, which is interesting, because my last name is Higgins, and it has our boy Brown in it. So you can see the Higginses. The ES is weird, because I don't spell mine with an ES. The Higginses is... I don't know. But then Charles S. Brown and Co. So, I don't know. Really interesting. So, it's a book from the time period, and it's kind of interesting, some of the names in here. So, definitely one for the shelf. So, thank you so much, Rebecca. And holding the book open right now, which I'm actually going to close, let me take him off, is this amazing cast iron frog, which is a doorstop, which is pretty cool. It's of the era for sure, and really cool because me and me and Kim are both really like frogs, but especially Kim. Kim's a big fan of frogs. And this little frame here, which has the main hall of the World's Fair, the 1904 World's Fair in it, which is also really, really cool. So nifty little frame. These are both from David. You guys might remember David from the guy who brought us the rocking chair, that glass or crystal chandelier that Kim has that she loves so very much. Yeah, David's a solid guy. We've met him before. He's a huge fan of the channel or huge friend of the channel. And so anytime you see something with David's name on it, I'm like, I know it's good, and I know because he's such a kind guy. So really cool to get a few more little items from him. Especially gonna use the frog actually as a doorstop again. He's quite heavy, and I actually need one of these, so that'll work. That'll work. Thank you, David. This little letter, usually I let Kim do some of the little letters, but this one I pulled out specifically. It says open on camera, so I know I already opened it. Sorry, Weston. But this letter I thought was really cute, and there's a few questions I wanted to answer for it. First things first, Weston, my friend, don't ever be worried about writing us, or, don't be scared or nervous. Like, we'll always accept you guys' stuff with open arms. Like, you guys are so kind to us. How can we not return the favor? But he had two questions. The first question was, do you have any idea how I can make a faux coal-burning fireplace? I have already constructed the mantle out of plywood and spray paint, so I made it look like stone, but I am having trouble making a realistic coal insert for the faux hearth. As far as a coal insert, we have a fireplace here. The coal inserts, you just have to find somebody who has some measurements of one, and maybe I can measure one up for you of my insert. This one obviously is missing it, so I'll be doing the same thing, but I have to make a real one. I haven't dug into the actual construction methods used to build these. There obviously were stone to take it, and they were obviously much smaller than a wood-burning fireplace. So making a faux one, I wouldn't exactly know. What I can do is insert a few photos here for you of my personal ones, and maybe that'll give you some inspiration to help you build one. And the second question is also, do you have any tips on how to safely remove lead paint? I am trying to strip one of the original wood doors of my house. My mom is concerned about lead poisoning. So this one I do actually have a decent tip about. When it concerns with lead paint, the thing is you don't want it to get airborne. So you don't want to heat lead because lead vaporizes, goes in the air, you breathe the lead, you're gonna have a bad time. So whatever stripper you use, make sure that the stripper stays wet and that you're not letting it dry out. Because when it dries out, the dust can get in the air and then you can breathe it in. The stripper I use is Cooper's Strip Club. You don't have to order that. I suggest you maybe go to like a stripper called Jasco. Wear gloves for sure, because this stripper will burn your skin and you don't want to get it on your skin. It's a gel, pour it in a container, wipe it on slowly, give it a few minutes, like 30 minutes, and then come back and scrape it off again with gloves. But that way it stays wet. So you want it to also drip onto something like cardboard or something like that that's easy to fold up and put into a trash bag and dispose of it properly. Now in New Jersey, I don't know what the proper disposal is for lead paint. You'll want to definitely look that up because you don't want to just throw it into the trash as well. But as long as you keep the lead paint wet and don't allow it to get airborne, you're not going to have any lead poisoning at all. But it is always advisable, just like you see me wearing, get yourself a respirator, make sure you protect yourself. Especially since you're young, you don't want to breathe in any of this stuff. But just be safe with it. You can definitely get it off safely without lead contamination. Just make sure you keep the lead wet, don't heat it up, don't let it become airborne dust. And you'll have a good time. So Weston, thank you for writing into us, buddy. And best of luck to you on your project, man. All right, so now down here in the basement, we have this lovely 1920s GE monitor top refrigerator. Some of you might know I have one of these upstairs I'm using for the main kitchen. This one's a bit small, so it'll probably end up here in the bar in the basement, or I'll find another wonderful place for it because it's awesome and I want it to be displayed. It's a much earlier version, or at least a 10-year earlier version, because the coil up here is exposed, where mine has a shroud around the top of it. This was given to me by a guy named John. His aunt and uncle actually bought this brand new, so it's been in his family the entire time. It still works, it's still going. I do not have it plugged in right now, but it's in absolutely beautiful shape. Has the tiniest freezer ever, but to be expected with something so old. And the power cord, well, it's got a bit of dry rot going on it, so I want to find a new power cord before I plug it in. I think that's probably a wise idea. Of course, I will keep the original power cord with it, but beautiful, beautiful thing. I absolutely love this refrigerator, and can't wait to share it with you all when you guys come and visit for a cold, cold drink. So thanks, John, and thanks, Shelly, from the Magic Chef, because she's the one who made that refrigerator happen. He was looking for a place to put it that it would, you know, be used, obviously, but also people could come and appreciate it for what it is, because it was a family treasure for him. So I think it's really cool. Again, thank you guys so much. It'll definitely be loved here, and it'll definitely be seen by more people than just myself. So, all right, next little bit will actually be the chairs and the tables themselves. These are from various auctions and estate sales and some little things we've been doing for the last few months. They're really cool. I especially like the marble top table here. It's got a few stains, but I know there is a way to get like this stain here out. So we'll figure that out. Not too much of a problem. And even if there's a stain there, so what? It's old. It is what it is. The chairs are pretty nice. I think they're both walnut. This one's aesthetically more appropriate, but I think these ones were like 20 bucks for a pair of them. So, you know, you can't really pass that up. Somebody has reupholstered this, as they have with most things, but they didn't do the arms. You can see the nail holes where they had tacked more fabric and probably a padded portion onto the arm. So that's missing, so we'll have to bring that back at some point. And then lastly, for the furniture, we have this fainting couch given to us by Mary Kay. And we met an awesome guy by the name of Marty picking it up, and he gave me a bottle of homemade blackberry wine, which was really awesome. Good stuff. I really appreciate it. But the fainting couch is lovely. Now, obviously, the fabric is a little less than desirable, but, you know, to be expected. Things get old, people use them, fabric wears out. That's how it goes. So I think once it's all cleaned up, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. So very East Lakey aesthetic movement patterns going on here. And who knows, maybe this will be Kim's future nap couch. I think she'll really like that, so. All right, guys, so that's the end of the Thursday video. I know it's kind of a little Antiques Roadshowy, but I know some of you guys really like that sort of thing. And I think the items are really cool. So many wonderful things given to me from so many wonderful people. So yeah, I just wanted to get all these items out there for you guys. I think they're really cool. I've been sitting on them for a while now, and I didn't want to just shove them all into a random video. I think they deserved all their own dedicated videos. And so I've just kind of combined them all into one beautiful Let's See Cool Antiques video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful rest of you guys this week. We'll see you guys Monday. Bye-bye.